Good day, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video. My name is Sheepdog24. Let's get into this one then. So we're back on Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered. And yeah, glad to be back. We've had some interesting episodes over the last 4. Of course, this is episode 5. I recommend you check out the rest of the series. Here's our progress as well right now. So we've got 9 distinctions on either side, so basically 9 events down on either side, and we're both at level 3 for officer and suspect. And yeah, glad to be back on and playing, because I think this is a really good game. So I'd recommend you also check out my Burnout Paradise videos series that I've been doing as well, and also check out my Instagram, chief_dog74. But we're about to go into our first event of today, and that event is called Muscle Reflex, which is a race. So yeah, we just have to try and compete against other AI suspects, and very limited choice for this event. There's only one car we can use, and that's the Chevy Camaro SS. So we picked that one up, and we decided to go for the B yellow color. Which I didn't realize this until after choosing that color, but that will be that will give us a trophy called Killer B. But yeah, 7.2 miles, 7 a.m. is the starting time. Of course, we want to get gold, pretty standard for a race. We're looking to try and get gold. Also, I forgot to mention this, but I've got a new mic, so if you've already seen my Burnout Paradise video from yesterday, then you know this, but if you're just watching the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit series, or this is your first video of mine, then yeah, this is a new mic. So yeah, still experimenting with it a bit, so but I think it should be pretty good. But we're underway with this race, then we go for a triple overtake, go through the little gap there, parted the seas like Moses, and we're up into second already. We're now on the back of this orange Chevy. As we overtake him, we get into first, and now we can drift around this corner and take it nice and well. So yeah, doing good already. We've already done a mile, and the Chevy has gone off around the outside, but we've decided to take this shortcut. So we'll have to see if this will pay off for us through this tunnel. It looks quite cool actually. It's weird how there's lights in it, but still quite cool. And we come out in third, so maybe we shouldn't have taken the tunnel in the end, but we're still not too far behind first, so there's still plenty of opportunities for us to overtake them, as we now try and overtake this Ford GT, but gets the best of us. And now we've got a Dodge on our outside, slam into him, use him as a bit of a brake, and continue on through past the intersection, and about to go through this tunnel, which almost gives us a massive change of scenery as we overtake for first again, past a petrol station, or gas station, but petrol station, reaching almost max speed. Probably should have taken that shortcut, but didn't in the end, and we get a pretty decent exit though, to be fair. And so we are staying ahead as a jet comes past us, and now we just want to look in the mirror here, and as you can see, the car in third, as we get a hit from the Chevy, decides to take this shortcut, which is what I wanted to take, but then the Chevy arrived and he slots in just in second, probably third. So I don't know, maybe it wasn't a great option in the end. Maybe it was best to stick on the road, as we are continuing to stick on the road, get nice and friendly with the inside barrier, then go to the outside through the second tunnel, and just over that bridge to your right is our finish line. So we've got 1 mile to it, and we're not in the clear yet as we go around this corner, and basically the final corner. We get on the boost, try and get as far in front as we can. Looking in the mirror, he's right behind us, pushing us to the line. It's a drag race to the finish, and we just about crossed the line in first. 2 minutes 55.71 is the time, but more importantly we get the gold award because of course we came first. So yeah, job well done from us. And yeah, I got the Killer Bee trophy. Again, I didn't even know that that was a trophy that you could get. And then as we get more bounty added to us, I realised that we in fact did not have enough. But now we're going to look to do this Spike Out Interceptor event and spoilt for choice on cars, but end up going for the Cayman S Porsche. So, you know, solid police car. And now let's have a look at our equipment. So we have 4 roadblocks, 2 EMPs, 2 minutes 30 is for distinction time, 2 PM, sunny conditions. Let's go.
Central, in pursuit of an unregistered Porsche 911 on Cascade Terrace.
Confirmed. Reports indicate the suspect is wanted for using spike strips against officers.
Affirmative command, interceptor support on scene. Standing down.
So we get the precautionate radio call that this car in fact has spike strips, so that is something to be aware of. We need to make sure that if we are up behind him that we try and stick to one side, otherwise he'll just spike us. At this point it's going to be quite safe though, because he shouldn't have got his stuff yet, but we deploy a roadblock in front of us and he crashes straight into it, so we get a bit of damage added to him, get in front of him, slow him down a bit, and then he ends up running away a little bit. So it's Porsche versus Porsche as we go around this corner past the observatory, and we try to EMP him, and as we're EMPing him he decides to deploy a spike strip, so we just about avoid that. EMP lock on has gone a bit weird, and then we just catch him in the last second there as we got a roadblock deployed ahead of us, and we're trying to push him through a bit, and he ends up making contact. We hit him a bit, and then he sort of just slid to the side of the road there. I'm ready to try and block him, and then he goes straight past me, so I'm a bit like, oh, that's not going to help us. We get EMPs back though, which is good, and so now we're just trying to play catch up. And as we look at the mini-map, we can see he's not taken the shortcut, and we deploy roadblocks to try and slow down his efforts. But this shortcut through the police station should hopefully make it a lot easier. And again, looking forward, he's hit the roadblock, and we smash straight into him. Probably have done a bit of murder there at how fast we were going in, and then this guy's just decided to spawn on top of our suspect. But the important thing in the end is we got a 1 minute 37, and we got the distinction award. But yeah, a bit of a weird end, but yeah, all good in the end. And once we've got our bounty, we can now see what we've been added to our arsenal.
SCPD pursuit bulletin. Rolling out across the department. Fort Shelby Interceptor has been introduced to add more muscle to your roadblocks. Roadblocks of the SCPD in association with Ford.
So I can actually tell what the difference with the roadblock is after we got the level 2 version of it. I think there's more cars, but I'm not too sure, to be honest. So yeah, it's a bit puzzling. But we get the Aston Martin DBS as well, so good to see that our car range is sort of expanding. And now we're going to do the Beauty and the Beast Hot Pursuit. Let's hand it over to Lay to explain the new equipment.
The cops in Seacrest County continue to increase their presence. To fight fire with fire, your car has been fitted with a police-spec EMP system. The EMP system fires a directed electromagnetic pulse from your car to a target vehicle. The system requires an active lock-on to correctly track the target. Once fired, you are required to keep the target car within range and line of sight for the tracking system to engage. If a cop is hit with the EMP, their patrol car will be damaged and temporarily disabled. Use the time
So a really cool piece of equipment that of course we've used on the cop side, but now we have it on the suspect racing side as well. Only one car available to us in this event pretty much, and that is the Maserati Grand Cabrio. So we go with the blue, a nice sort of sea-ish blue. 2 spike strips are available to us, 11 PM. Conditions are at night, 6.4 miles is the track distance, and there's only 2 of us in this race, so it's almost a duel. But there's the addition of cops and of course equipment that we can use. So as we continue at the start of this event, then we have 4 EMPs, 2 spike strips available to us, which I believe will come in handy pretty much. And we get the little red bar at the top telling us that there is a police unit on the way, and there in fact is a Ford Mustang Shelby GT 500 I believe is on the way. We've reached our max speed of about 193-ish miles per hour as we cross over the bridge and get into first, but we have of course the addition of this cop chasing after us. Decide to take this little shortcut through the manor and get a bit distracted because I'm trying to see where the roadblock is. End up crashing into 2 walls and slowly arriving at the roadblock so we can basically meander through, but our opponent has crashed into the roadblock, which gave us a good amount of distance to try and make a bit of a breakaway, as there's yet another car added into the pursuit. Looking behind in the mirror, we tried to go for a spike strip, but it missed everyone, as the electronic voice tells us now. But we've got them back already, and we're sort of sandwiched here a bit, but the cop car tried to hit us, ended up hitting a traffic car. We go for an EMP, he ends up slowing down to avoid it, we go through a roadblock, and so yeah, you know, while we did miss the EMP, we still did a decent amount of damage by slamming into him, and we've also gained a massive advantage on the road in terms of time. So even though we missed the EMP, it feels like it's a hit because we've, you know, got forward and we still damaged him. We tried to go for a hit on the spike strip though, and that is completely missed. So we're 0-2 on the spike strips as we go through yet another roadblock. But it doesn't really matter in the end right now because we're still ahead, 1.98 seconds ahead of second. But the rubber banding will certainly try and pull the cops closer so that they can, you know, make for a more intense sort of event. So we've only got 3 EMPs, so right now a spike strip would have been actually quite nice to have, but we don't have any, so we have to sort of just make do with what we've got. But we slam into a roadblock because I was completely blind to it as they were just about over the crest. Of course I could hear them, but I couldn't see them, as we now lock onto an EMP on our racing friend ahead, take him out. So that is going to completely slow down his progress and should hopefully mean that we're able to get the easy win now. As we go round the final corner across the bridge, we've got this guy trying to take us out, but the goal is in sight and we cross the line and get into first and essentially escape the cops as well. 2 minutes 55.09 and a gold is awarded to us. So again, really good job from us. We get a new car as well with the bounty that we've got, and we're really close to getting over the line to the next sort of level 4, but in the end just fall a bit short as we get the Chevy Corvette Grand Sport in the Super Series available to us when we get to use that car. I'm not entirely sure, but as we now go into the final event of today, we're going to do the Summit Assault Hot Pursuit. Now this is one that I absolutely love. I've played this game in my childhood, and one of the events that I did a lot was this one because this was a really fun one. We end up choosing the Gran Turismo S, by the way, as our choice of car from Maserati. 4 spike strips, 4 roadblocks, 4 EMPs is our equipment, 5 bus is the distinction, 11 AM sunny conditions. Let's hand it over.
units. We have a high priority situation on Fairview Road.
So we have just under 12.6 miles to try and chase after and bust all 5 of these cars. And already I can see a car up ahead, and we slammed straight into him because he went wide there, so I could see that we were quite easily going to be able to stop him there as we deploy a roadblock to try and slow down the cars in front. And as we put it into slow-mo here, this fella gets quite unlucky and gets a massive whacking. I couldn't quite react in time to get him, so we're now all over the back of first and now in front of first and deploy a spike strip, and that is him taken out there. So now we slow down to try and let the others catch up so we can hit them again as we just get a spike strip. But then now we lock on with the EMP around the corner, a bit tricky, but we just about get first here. And now we're once again in front of them. Look to the mirror and we can see there's a car coming up on our inside to chuck a spike strip. It hits, spins that fella around, so there's quite a few cars here which are on low damage as someone deploys a jammer, but not before I've deployed a roadblock. The same car gets hit by the roadblock from earlier and he ends up going into a wall. His AI has a bit of a weird moment there. But we weren't able to capitalise on it completely, apart from on this Maserati that's been locked on by an EMP and has been busted by the EMP. So a good job from us. And now we look ahead of us for a opening, and this guy's gone incredibly wide, and so we slam straight into him and take him out already. And then we get slammed into a tunnel. Guy up ahead. We missed the guy behind with a spike strip. I thought I could close him off with the spike strip in that small gap as we hit another fella but get us systems jammed. Not the end of the world to me though, because we can see the guy behind us. And now he's in front of us. We slam into him a little bit to try and slow him down, deploy a roadblock just in case. Looking in the mirror again though, chuck a spike strip out, and that is his race over and the whole event over, with a distinction given to us. And I can say with 2 minutes and 8 seconds that we've done it in, I think that's one of my more faster attempts after doing this event multiple times in my childhood, so I'm clearly improving. But we get a new car in the end after the points have all been added to us, and again really close to officer level 4 but not quite there, as we get a new vehicle given to us in the form of a Ford Shelby GT500. This is actually a really cool police car. I love the look of the Ford GTs, the Mustangs, sort of S cars. But that's going to do it for today's episode, guys. If you did enjoy this episode, you can go ahead and hit the like button, comment anything you enjoyed below, subscribe if you enjoy all of my content, dislike if you don't like my content, give some constructive criticisms in the comments. But until then, it's been Chief Dog 74. I'll see you guys in the next one.